One day I made a decision that enough is enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I want to go to the dealership and buy the best car. I want to move to the nicest neighborhood. I want to fly first class. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Australia. I made a decision and you get it. When you have 120 in you, why? Because you've never made a decision. Chase, there are those of you in this room. You're already there. Your problem is this and stuff. You don't want to give up the goal. You're talented. You just don't want to give up stuff. Listen to me. Pile for pile. Any agent in the room. Pile for pile. Motivational speaker. Pile for pile. Entrepreneur. Pile for pile. Athlete. Pile for pile. Weightlifter. Pile for pile. Whatever you do, I guarantee you when you do it, nobody can do it like you do it. The problem is you don't hardly do it. You love sleep too much. You love that alcohol too much. You love that substance too much. You love that vice too much. There's something that you love more than yourself, than your dreams, than your goals. Watch what happens when you have a goal that only has 2 reasons. See how long that lasts. Watch a goal that has 50 reasons and see how there's somebody called me the other day on an interview. Stupid question. E.T., what do you feel like on the days that you don't feel like? I said, ask the question again, please. What do you do on the days that you don't feel like? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm way past that. Every day I feel like eating. Every day I feel like giving my wife the best life. Every day I feel like driving in a nice car. Every day I feel like flying first class. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 100% every single day. Somebody said yesterday, E.T., you gave 120. What you gonna do tomorrow? I said, I don't know. Give 140. I don't know. But I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm coming. My wife's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. No more 50%. No more. No more 70%. No more. I want us at 85 and climbing. I want you at 85 and climbing. If you were at 80, I want you at 90, and I mean moving rapidly. It's not rocket science. And the universe is not responding to you correctly because your body leverage sucks, your spirit sucks. It's defeated. I need you to give me that 120. I need you to give me that everything you do. I need you to start giving me that 120 and everything you do. Bring it all together. Bring all the energy, all the passion. Bring it all together and dominate. I got an opportunity to make a dream become a reality. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. You have to give it everything. You got no more TV, no more parties, no more plan. If you don't have a 4. 0, what you need to be doing is studying. Get off the phone. Sorry. I'm not available until the end of this year. No, I'm for real. You've reached the right number. But you called me at the wrong time. Call me back January 1st. I'm about to get busy now. Stop being this high school dropout. Stop giving up. Stop sleeping on the streets. Stop walking up and down Finkel Avenue like you ain't got nothing to get your jet. Stop being afraid to take a test. I got to commit my very being to this thing. I got to breathe it. I got to eat it. I got to sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you the world is yours. So work hard and you can have whatever it is you want. When I went to college, guys were way smarter than me. 4. Zeros, 3. Zeros, they went to the Ivy League high schools, came to Oakwood from these great high schools. Most of them are not doing what I'm doing. Why? Because it's not about where you come from. It's about hearts. You come to a place where, being smart ain't enough. You got to have hearts. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. There are a lot of people that are sitting around waiting for something to happen. Now, what you're going to do about it? We're getting out of college and we haven't the faintest idea of what we want to do. So I always ask the question, what would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life? Well, it's so amazing as a result of our kind of educational system. Crowds of students say, well, we'd like to be painters, we'd like to be poets, we'd like to be writers, but as everybody knows, you can't earn any money that way. Or another person says, well, I'd like to live an out-of-doors life and ride horses. I said, you want to teach in a riding school? Let's go through with it. What do you want to do? When we finally got down to something, which the individual says he really wants to do, I will say to him, you do that and forget the money. Because if you say that getting the money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living. That is to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid. Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way. And after all, if you do really like what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is. You can eventually turn it, you could eventually become a master of it. It's the only way to become a master of something, to be really with it. And then you'll be able to get a good fee for whatever it is. So don't worry too much. That's, somebody's interested in everything, and anything you can be interested in, you'll find others who are, but it's absolutely stupid to spend your time doing things you don't like in order to go on spending things you don't like, doing things you don't like. Wake up from your dream and make your dream a reality. Wake up and understand the significance of the purpose that you have within yourself. Understand that if it's something that you are truly ultimately seeking in your life, then you got to go after it. There are a lot of people that are sitting around waiting for something to happen. Now, what you're going to do about it? How are you going to go about doing the things that are necessary to get you where you need to be in your life? Everybody has a dream, but how much are you applying to that dream? How far are you pushing that dream? When are you going to realize that the dream is not going to work by itself? You got to have the ability to rise up and push yourself and believe in yourself and make that dream a reality. What's your why? If I don't give y'all nothing else, you better start that. What's your why? You know why I do what I do, and I do it so passionately. Because my grandfather was a high school dropout, my father was a high school dropout, I was a high school dropout, and we're about to break the cycle. I do what I do so my son won't have to go through what I went through. When I was at the football game, my old dude wasn't with me. I saw the kids where they fought. I said, that'll never happen to me. I do what I do because my daughter says she's going to Harvard. It ain't even about why y'all. I'm about to come in here and blaze y'all. Why? Because I'm trying to get you all the NFL. I ain't about to miss this opportunity. This is the first NFL team I've ever done in my life, and I'm about to lick it. I'm about to give everything I got, and I will know if I don't get another gig. It won't have nothing to do with the fact that I didn't put everything on the field. What's your why? Why do you wake up in the morning? Why do you put on that jersey? Why do you go out and practice? Why? I got to commit my very being to this thing. I got to breathe it. I got to eat it. I got to sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours. So work hard and you can have whatever it is you want. You get to decide your American dream. And because I was homeless, and because I was a high school dropout, and because people came and saved me, they took me from that abandoned building. They dropped me off at night school and helped me to get my GED. They walked me through the 4-year degree. They walked me through the master's degree. They walked me through the PhD. They only told me pay it forward. And so I'm trying to spend the rest of my life. What do you want? And when you know what you want, you will do anything it takes to get it. You will study as long as it takes. You will figure out your dot. You won't go to sleep until you figure out what your dot is. You won't go to sleep until you figure out who you're going to impact. You won't go to sleep until you've read every piece of information in this course. so you know it like the back of your hand. You won't go to sleep until you have the knowledge that it takes to do what you're able to do. So I'll ask you, what's the American dream for you? And the more clarity you have, the quicker you're going to get to the dot. See, you can't get to the dot because you ain't got to the dream. It's hard. It's tough. You don't have clarity. And so that's what I need us to work on. I need you to get that clarity, but it's easy to get the clarity when we had a dream and I know what I want. Well, let me tell Wall something. I've owned multiple homes and I know what that feeling is like. You know, when you close, but what a feeling it is to take kids from urban cities in the Midwest of California who've never been there before. Let me tell why the biggest thing, all right, is two big things. One big thing was, somebody asked this one kid, what was the best part of this trip for you? They thought he was going to say Subo, meeting CP3, all this stuff. They thought he said the bed. They said, what do you mean by that? He said, I haven't slept in the bed in 2 years. My mom and I have been homeless living for a year. I sleep on the floor. He was like, just the bed for me. It was the bed for me. I was like, whoa, I gave somebody a bed in California and look, I did it so big. I didn't take him to LA. I sent them to San Diego and put him in a hotel right off the harbor. And then we got him a limo and drove him back to LA back and forth. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But here's the bigger part. The bigger part for me were the kids that said, we can't believe we're here. I said, what do you mean by that? So many people in our lives have made us promises and lied to us that we didn't even believe you were telling us the truth. When you told us you was going to take us to the Super Bowl, I know my why, I know why I get up. That's the problem with a lot of you. You're a great person, you've got a phenomenal story. You won't be able to change somebody's life. For some of you, I'm going to need to simplify it for you. All right. I'm going to need to simplify when they say that mindset. I want to simplify it. So I'm telling you as a high school dropout, I'm telling you as somebody who was homeless, who for 2.5 years either lived in the car in an abandoned building in somebody's basement under the bed, sneaking hide under bed in a restaurant. No, I just got to tell why all. Because a lot of why all, you may not know who E.T. is. So you just heard the bad pastor. No. Let me tell you the 16-year-old who left home, right? Because I found out the person that was raising me wasn't my biological father. I kind of knew it, but didn't know it. Like I'm talking about left school, right? I'm talking about eating out of trash cans, not taking. Not able to brush my teeth. I'm going to church. Come on. I want to take you back. I don't want you to look at this like this guy doesn't exist. We're not speaking from this guy. This guy's not helpful to me right now. We're going to go back to the 16-year-old who had absolutely nothing and who's considered the #1 motivation speak in the world, who's considered. Come on, why all? I'm in the industry with legends. I'm in the industry. I'm in a speaking industry with legends who are killing the game in business, who are killing the game. I'm among the legends, you all. What is this thing? I'm just telling y'all from my personal experience. I'm telling y'all I was homeless, right? Not because I'm proud of it. I wasn't brushing my teeth. I'm not proud of that. I wasn't taking a shower when I would go to different events. I was homeless, like not like radio homeless TV host, like I was homeless. I'm not proud of that. But the question is, how did you go from that to this? How did you go from that to being invited to this? How'd you go from that to being in this circle of influence? How'd you go? How did you go from that to doing commercials? How did you go from that? E.T. bringing kids to Super, taking kids to, how did you do it, E? How did you do it? And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be excited because 60% of what you need to take your business to the next level is you. Write that down. It's you. Oh man, I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you, listen to me. I'm trying to tell you, listen, tell y'all. So some of you trying to figure out, can I? And I'll be honest, actually, when you figure out who you are and you start loving you and valuing you and believing you and walking in you and showing up you, that's the problem. Most of you, believe it or not, you're not showing up. You making adjustments for other people because they told you not to get in the business. You make an adjust. Listen to me, I'm not trying to be funny. A large portion of humans, I'm saying 70% you, not you. Your boss got you something else. Do you know that you would be much more successful if you could just always be you? The problem is you dummy down. The problem is you compromise. You're not often you. You're not often you. You're not often. Dr. Seuss said nobody can be you or than you. But the problem is you're not you. You're being pressed by the culture. You're being pressed by the media. You're being pressed by people close to you. Can I tell you what the day E.T. blew up? It's the day E.T. just stopped. The day. Listen to me very close. I got a big event to go to soon. Somebody was like, "What are you wearing?" I said, "I'm wearing me. I'm coming as E.T. I'm coming. I'm coming as E.T. I'm not about to go to Louis Vuitton or Gucci. There's nothing wrong with those stores, but I'm not about to go get dressed up. I'm coming as E.T. cause that's who you invited, right? I'm about to spend $1,000 on some clothes to be somebody that I'm not. I'm about to show up E. I'm about to show up me. And why am I going to show up me? Because I know. It's when I'm not me because I'm trying to be what you want me to be that I mess up. Listen to me, once you realize who you are, you stop operating in desperation. You stop saying yes to stuff you ain't supposed to be saying yes to. So here's my big problem with a lot of why all is your belief system is off. Like everybody can see how sweet you are. People are commenting on you could do this and you could do that, and you're the only one that ain't caught up with it yet. Why are you always on beast mode? I'm shocked more people aren't on beast mode. There are people who are living from check to check and they're comfortable. It's the weirdest thing to me. I'm like, boo, you're broke. And you're broke on several levels. We're not talking about Sally Mae. You're still on your grandma. We're talking about you need to cash your grandma out. Listen to me. Unless you're number one in your industry, you shouldn't be chilling. And if you're number one in your industry, you got enough common sense to know you better not be chilling. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 120. Every single day. Somebody said yesterday, E.T., you gave 120. What you gonna do tomorrow? I said, I don't know. Give 140. I don't know, but I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. My son's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. There's nothing wrong with the opportunity. You're not giving 120. You're giving 70. You're giving 60. You're giving 50. And you walk with these people who've given sweats, who's given blood, who's given tears. You want what they paid for, and it ain't free. You don't belong at the bottom. And it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. The Bible says he was in a pig pen, and he came to himself and he went home. Get your butt up. You are a royal priesthood. Get where you belong. Do what you live like you're supposed to live. You got all the stuff you got it all. But you will not outwork me because your height has nothing to do with my work ethic. Your face has nothing to do with my work ethic. Your two-pair background has nothing to do with my work ethic. You will not outwork me. On your jet, you will not outwork me. In your Bentley, you will not outwork me. You will not outwork me. Get up. Act like you're playing basketball. Act like you're playing football. That's what bothers me. Many of y'all are not competing. I need effort. Compete. Go to class. I just left the school telling these kids, Act like you're playing football. Go in that doggone classroom. Compete. Many of you have lost your competitive edge. Get your competitive edge back. I'm not against no other motivational speaker. I'm just competitive. Some of you are not successful because every single time you run up against a trial, every time you run up against a tribulation, you stop and you cut off beast mode. And what I'm here to tell you is, if you tell that thing, I'm here just like you here, and I promise you, I ain't leaving without the degree. I ain't leaving. I will not leave without that goal. I will not leave without that dream. I will not leave this opportunity until I get it. You don't punish yourself. Somebody say, eat, you're losing weight. I punish myself. I don't eat meat no more. That's a punishment. Because I remember when I was eating meat, I didn't look like this. I had to give something up to go up. What do you give up? When you don't make the 203 a day, do you not watch TV? That's your problem. You getting to watch TV and not make money and still survive? You got to hear what I'm saying. The reason why you broke is because you're getting a reward and you ain't working. I'm not scared that some kid's going to take my spot. If he does, he's going to have to do it with sweat. He's going to have to do it with tears. He's going to have to do it with blood. He is going to have to get up at 2:30 in the morning. If he can get up every day at 2:30, he deserves to take my spot. Some people are taking your spot and they shouldn't take it. But because you're average, it's easy to take your spot. It's easy. It's easy to get to the place before you get there. It's easy to take that client before you get to them. It's easy. It's easy to beat you while you average. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. There's nothing that can stop me because my motives are pure. And the pure your motives are, that you guarantee yourself success. When you do a stuff for yourself, you can't guarantee it's going to blow up, and no disrespect. But that's why I need you to get your motives have to be pure. That's why, because what happens is, for each motive is a different level of energy. And some of you have like big dreams, but your energy is like a triple a battery. Your battery got to be able to push that dream. If you got a big old dream, but you got a small engine, you're not going to be able to push it. If dreams were easy, everybody would make them happen. The problem is that most people I watch, they can't get up in the morning. They ain't got no energy. I'm walking through the airport running almost out. Most people that I'm with, they don't got the energy to keep up with me. I'm like, boo, ain't nothing wrong with you. You just ain't got the stamina. You just ain't got the energy. You can't smart everything. You can't outthink everything. You can't. Some stuff is just, you got to be powerful. It's just some stuff that you got to have stamina for. It's just, you're just too slow. It just take you too long. You wake up, take you 3 weeks to do what it can take to 24 hours to do it. Don't make you a bad person, but you're going to forever be average, because to be great, you got to keep up. Today might not be today. But soon it will be my day, and I will recycle my pain. So what do you mean E? T? You recycle your pain? I turned homelessness into a book one term, my father not being in my life to a book. I turned an estranged relationship with my mom into a book. I turned being homeless into a book. I turned being a high school dropout into a bestseller. And not only do they sell it in America, they sell it across the world. What will you do with your pain? Will you let it break you, or will you let it redefine you? My son, my daughter, they drive me. What drives you? And this is why I'm telling you, because if a house drives you, you sweet, you're going to get one. Then what you're going to do when you finish, it's what she said. She blew this business up and now she don't want to do it no more. You know how hard it is to blow a business up? You know how many people wish they could do what she's doing, but yet she finished with it. Why? Because that thing was not strong enough to drive her. The Nobel Prize. That take me forever. I picked something that will drive me for the rest of my life. You're doing it because somebody else told you to do it. You want to drive a Rolls Royce because everybody else drives it. You want to live in that house because everybody else is living in that house. You got affirmation problems. You're not doing it because you really want to do it. You're doing it because you want to be affirmed. Let me tell you something. That's a great place to start. But when you get to your root, it's a whole other level. Take all your energy for the dream because you're going to need it. And so if the second thing I can teach you is for every dream you have, take at least a week or 30 days and write down every single thing that it's going to take to make it happen. And I want you to know something. After you write everything down, you still have not written everything down because you don't know what's going to happen. And so life normally breaks you because when it hits you, you wasn't ready. But if you're ready, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. If you stay ready and you stay plugged up, when you hear bad news, it don't break you because you're already energized. You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You got to touch. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You got to be possessed with the dream.
Apply discipline, which you have already done, and consistency every day, not just on Tuesday and miss a few days. You have to work at it every day. You have to plan every day. You've heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do. And in this text, tweet, twerk world that you've grown up in, remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Remember that. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress. My mother told me, she said, yeah, because you can run in place all the time and never get anywhere. So continue to strive, continue to have goals, continue to progress. When you find yourself alone, enveloped in darkness, feeling unseen, unheard, uncared for, it cuts deep. But amidst this pain, I urge you to realize the most crucial truth of all. You must love yourself fiercely. To make a mark on this world, to truly live and not just exist, you must fall in love with yourself anew. Stop the cycle of self-hatred. Stop beating yourself down. Lift yourself up. Do something, anything that propels you forward, that crafts a better version of yourself. Life is indeed short. Many have left us too soon, not knowing that the very next day would bring an end to their plans and dreams. But you who are here in this moment, you are alive. We are always just one decision away from a completely different life. The key is to choose the future over the past, to embrace the next step rather than dwelling on the last one. It's about choosing the life we desire and taking action to make it a reality. A few years ago, I had a breakthrough that changed my life. It was a moment when I realized the tremendous amount of control I have over my own life. This realization empowered me, as if I had finally discovered the key to unlock the door that had been holding me back. From that moment on, I asked myself, why not start living like I have this power? Life will always have its responsibilities and sacrifices, but knowing that I can shape my own destiny made me question what I was sacrificing for. Where was I going? Who was I surrounding myself with? Was I living a life true to myself? Time passes by quickly, and it's not guaranteed. No one will remind us that we're just going through the motions. We have to take a look in the mirror and ask ourselves the tough questions. We have the tools and the ability to create the life we want, but it requires action and intention. Today might be the day to cut away the parts of our life that no longer serve us. It's time to let go of people, places, and things that don't contribute to our well-being. We don't have to live on repeat if we're not happy. We have the power to change anything in our lives. We often box ourselves in and adapt to a reality that falls short of what truly matters to us. But we must remember that nothing happens without momentum, and momentum is something we create. We are not just characters in this story, we are creators. I've experienced ups and downs in my personal journey, and I believe it's a healthy sign of growth. It's important to look for those imaginary ropes that tie us down and break free from them. By pushing ourselves, trying new things, and taking risks, we can create momentum and feel the excitement. Every successful person has a story of hardship, of endurance, of resilience. What will your story be? What of those who face greater trials? The ones who cannot walk, who cannot speak, who suffer illnesses with no cures? What of them? What of you? What will you do with this one wild and precious life you've been given? Will you falter because of a bad day, a lost job, or a moment that didn't go your way? Or will you rise, recognizing that every challenge is a stepping stone to greater heights? We are all accountable, all responsible, not only for ourselves, but for one another. And as long as your heart beats, as long as air fills your lungs, you are not done. Your story is not over. The time is now not to lie down, but to rise up. Rise above despair, rise above defeat. Push forward, not back. For time waits for no one, and it certainly won't pause for you. It's time to show what you're made of. Time to prove that your existence is not in vain. It takes grit, it takes sacrifice. It takes a relentless will to push through when every fiber of your being wants to give up. But this is not about pity. This is about rising to the occasion of your life. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. Fail big. That's right. Fail big. Today's the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be very frightening. It's a new world out there. It's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big. The battles you face today forge the victories of tomorrow. Each challenge, each setback is an integral step on the path to greatness. Do not fear the pain. Do not shy away from the struggle. Embrace it, for it is the crucible in which true character is formed. As we stand together in this room, let us not dwell on the uncertainties of tomorrow, for tomorrow is beholden to no one. It has already made up its mind. Focus instead on today, this moment, this opportunity. What you could not achieve yesterday is past, but what you can achieve today is in your hands. You may have walked through fire to get here. You may carry scars, but let me tell you, these scars are not signs of your defeat, but badges of your indomitable spirit. Hell may have tried to claim you, but it did not create you. You are here because a greater power saw fit to place you in this moment, in this life with all its possibilities. And yes, some have reached heights of success, but they too had to navigate through their own storms to reach their summits. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it because it's inevitable. And I should know. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed, and I prayed. But I continued to fail, and fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. So someone talked about it. Won the Tony Award. And I didn't have to sing, by the way. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. Life is not a game. It is the rawest form of reality, filled with highs and lows and the undeniable truth of now. The power to improve your life rests in your hands and yours alone. Banish those things that do not build you up, that do not fill you with strength and efficiency. Reject passivity and embrace the challenge of living fully. Every breath you take is a testament to your resilience. Do not surrender to despair. You are here for a reason. Each day is a new chance to leave your mark. Help someone up when they're down. Be their strength when they feel weak. And perhaps when you find yourself at your lowest, you will find hands reaching out to lift you. Don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. Celebrate your existence. For no matter the circumstances, the act of living offers you the chance to change, to evolve, to transcend. So many may doubt you, but while they doubt, spend no time on their skepticism. Instead, invest your energy in believing in yourself. Live your life with a breath of passion and purpose. Do you hear it? The call to live, to really live? Breathe in life, breathe in possibility, breathe in your potential. And let's embark on this journey together with hearts full and spirits undeterred, ready to embrace each moment, each challenge, each opportunity to truly live. Let's make our lives extraordinary together. While it may be frightening, it will also be rewarding. So you got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. We are always just one decision away from a completely different life. The key is to choose the future over the past, to embrace the next step rather than dwelling on the last one. It's about choosing the life we desire and taking action to make it a reality. A few years ago, I had a breakthrough that changed my life. It was a moment when I realized the tremendous amount of control I have over my own life. This realization empowered me as if I had finally discovered the key to unlock the door that had been holding me back. From that moment on, I asked myself, why not start living like I have this power? Life will always have its responsibilities and sacrifices, but knowing that I can shape my own destiny made me question what I was sacrificing for. Where was I going? Who was I surrounding myself with? Was I living a life true to myself? Time passes by quickly, and it's not guaranteed. No one will remind us that we're just going through the motions. We have to take a look in the mirror and ask ourselves the tough questions. We have the tools and the ability to create the life we want, but it requires action and intention.
The point is, and I'll pick up the pace, the point is every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? Here's my second point about failure. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? Not only take risks, but to be open to life, to accept new views, and to be open to new opinions, to be willing to speak at a commencement at one of the best universities in the country, even though you're scared stiff. While it may be frightening, it will also be rewarding. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, and remember this, fall forward. Say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. That's how I live my life. That's why I am. One of the reasons why I am today. Say thank you in advance for what is already yours. True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. And anything you want good, you can have. So claim it. Work hard to get it. When you get it, reach back. Pull someone else up. Each one, teach one. Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference.
Today might be the day to cut away the parts of our life that no longer serve us. It's time to let go of people, places, and things that don't contribute to our well-being. We don't have to live on repeat if we're not happy. We have the power to change anything in our lives. We often box ourselves in and adapt to a reality that falls short of what truly matters to us. But we must remember that nothing happens without momentum, and momentum is something we create. We are not just characters in this story, we are creators. I've experienced ups and downs in my personal journey, and I believe it's a healthy sign of growth. It's important to look for those imaginary ropes that tie us down and break free from them. By pushing ourselves, trying new things, and taking risks, we can create momentum and feel the excitement. We have the power to adapt and change. Now is the beginning of the rest of our lives. By making small changes and envisioning who we want to be, we can move towards our ideal self. Understanding the power of habits and change allows us to see that transformation doesn't have to be overwhelming or scary. It's about making small adjustments that work in our favor, like waking up earlier or focusing on positive outcomes. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I want to fall forward. Figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Fall forward. This is what I mean.
It's your boy E.T. Hey, we did it, baby. I think we can say Happy New Year. That's right, baby. I don't care how successful you were. It's a wrap. It's over. I don't care how much of a failure you thought you were. It's a wrap, baby. We all have one thing in common. Happy New Year. It's the clean slate. That's right. Your boy E said it. It's a clean slate. So you can have it. You can do it. You can be it. All right. But you got to do me a favor. Last year, we talked about getting to the spot. We talked about getting to the spot, baby. That was our thing. We're going to get to the spot because in the spot is miracle territory. That's how it went viral. I was where I was supposed to be when I was supposed to be there, and I did my thing. And you took me from just an advisor at Michigan State to being worldwide. All right, but I'm taking you to a whole nother level. This is not the year to get to the spot. We've been there, we've done that, all right. Now, listen to me. It ain't about miracle territory this year. All right, we've been in miracle territory. Now, 2012, the theme, baby, you got to feel it, you got to love it. The theme is expansion. Accept the challenge. You heard what I said, baby, accept the challenge. All right. And so there's some things you accomplished. That was 2011. Forget about it. I wrote the book in 2011. It's a wrap. It's over. I did the iTunes. It's a wrap. It's 2012. We're trying to do the second book. All right, we're trying to make sure the audiobook come out. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to pursue and get that PhD. Are you hearing what I'm saying? 2012, accept the challenge. So 3 things you need to do for me. Now listen to me. This is your year, baby. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. This is your year. This is your year. I got to say it before we get started. I don't care what happened in 2011. This is your year. All right? What you did in 2011 doesn't count. They say an artist is only as good as his last piece. And so get to that masterpiece. 2011, it's over. 2012, get to that masterpiece. So I'm going to leave you with 3 things, baby, 3 things. Number 1, first thing you got to do, man, to accept the challenge, all right? We got to get rid of pain this year, all right? No excuses. I put up with it last year. Don't call me. Don't write me about pain. Listen to me. All roads to success, you got to go through pain. They are success. When you travel down success, you got to go through the road of pain, baby. I told you before, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Forget about it. If you think it's going to be easy, if you think you're just going to get that business started without any trials or tribulations, forget about it. You had a baby when you were in college. If you think it's going to be easy to graduate with a child, you got to work 8 hours a day, you got to go to school, you think it's going to be easy, forget about it. All right, don't even try to be successful. It's a wrap. It's not going to be easy. But I want you to feel that pain going through your body. And as pain leaves your body, guess what's going to take its place? Success. And so you got to change your mindset. All right, we got to stop looking at pain as if it's something negative. All right, listen to me. If it was easy, everybody was doing no pain, no gain, but I guarantee you if you can outlast pain, if you can get through that pain, if you can get through that discomfort, all right, if you can outlast that discomfort, I guarantee you, baby, on the other side of it is success. Remember what your boy told you. All right, if you're going to be in pain, get something out of it. And in 2012, we're not going to look at pain as something negative. We're going to look at it as something positive. The pain is about to take us pain. We're about to go through a little pain, and then we're going to have a whole bunch of victory. You hear what I'm saying? So change your mindset. Change how you see pain. I want you to welcome it. You heard me say before, how comfortable can you be when being uncomfortable? All right? All right? Well, easy to write the book, right? It's not easy being in a PhD program. Listen to me, your boy is not a writer. I'm not a reader. That's not my strength. But if you know anything about an advanced degree, all it's about is reading and writing. All right, so listen to me. Second thing, I just gave it to you. The second thing as we go into 2012, all right, when you change your mindset, one of the things I want you to do is I want you to embrace the challenge because you are about doing new things. You are about doing things that are going to. Listen to me. We're not only talking about pain, We're talking about going to pain, introducing pain to us, and then embracing pain. Are you hearing what I'm saying, baby? Are you hearing what I'm saying? I went, listen to me. I knew I was going to be embarrassed going to the PhD program. I knew my writing was suspect. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? I knew it was suspect. I knew going through a PhD program was going to be challenging. Because my reading level is not, where everybody else, I knew it. But I already knew I could speak. I was already a good speaker. I was born speak. I got in trouble as a kid talking. I already knew that was a strength, and because it was a strength, I said, I'm going to go to my weakness, and if I can take my weakness and make my weakness into a strength, that I'll take it to a whole nother level, baby. Oh, that's right, Dr. Thomas. Oh, you couldn't tell. My teachers thought I was going to be a high school dropout. Let a gnome go to college and get a degree. Let a gnome go to the highest level. So listen to me. I want you to embrace it. I want you to start doing things that you've never done before. I want you to start giving stuff a try. Angelina Jolie, y'all know her. Look, man, I blew out the frame. All right. My boy called me. She was on 60 Minutes. He's like, E.T., she says she don't want to be in a bar movie. I'm like, why wouldn't she want to be in bar? She's an actor bar. Like she's like a female action figure. Like, why wouldn't she want to do that? He says she said she didn't want to do it because she didn't want to play in bar. She wanted to be bar. Come on. That's next level thinking. She said, I want to be the first. First female Bond, James Bond. I know you ain't never heard of it before. I know you ain't never thought like that before, but she said she's taking it to another level. She's doing something she's never done before. Are you hearing what I'm saying? This is your year. This is your year to do something you've never done before. This is your year to think in a way you've never thought before. This is your year to accomplish what you've never accomplished before. And you know you can do it because you watch your boy 4 years ago come on the scene, and you watch me every single year grow and take it to an entirely different level. So you know you can do it. All right. I want you to bring it in. Listen to me. This is my last piece right here, man. My last piece is, listen to me. You got to not do things in excellence. You got to become excellent. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because there's somebody out there who wants your spot. There's somebody else trying to get a scholarship. You're not the only one trying to go to Yale. You're not the only one trying to go to Harvard. You're not the only one trying to go to the NBA. You're not the only one trying to go to the NBA. You're not the only one trying to go to the NFL. And so you got to do one more push-up than they're going to do. You listen to me. It's listen to me. You got to embody excellence. You got to listen to me. It only takes one extra push-up. It only takes one extra mile. It only takes one extra grade. It only takes one extra effort. It only takes one extra something to get you to where you're trying to get to. And the goal is you got to go a little further than the man who's trying to get what you're trying to get. You got to stay up a little longer. Oh, you're not hearing me. I told you your boy get up at 3 o'clock every morning because I'm not the only motivational speaker in the world doing what I'm doing. And so listen to me in 2012. I dare you to try to get to success without excellence. I dare you to try to shortcut success. I dare you to try to shortchange success. It's not going to happen. There are no shortcuts to success. You can't go around it. You can't go under it. You can't go over it. The only way you can get to it is through it. And so you got to embody excellence. Every single day has to be excellent. Every single day you wake up, you got to give it all you got. You got a 120%. Don't fool yourself into thinking that this year is going to be better than last year. If you're still making excuses, there are no excuses. There are no good reasons. I told you before, man, you could cheat on your girl and probably get away with it. You might be able to cheat on your boy and get away with it. You could probably cheat in a sport. You could probably cheat in some things and get away with it. But you cannot cheat success. You cannot cheat success. You got to work for it. You got to breathe it. You got to sleep it. You got to eat it. You got to put forth 120%. And so it's a brand new year, baby. We're about to go get it. You can have it. You can be it. You can do it. But you got to accept the challenge. I'm going to be challenging you like I've never challenged you before. And if you're willing for 52 weeks to accept the challenge, if you're willing to meet your boy every Monday morning, if you're willing to meet me here, and if you're willing to do the things I'm asking you to do, I'm telling you it's going to be a year like no other year. Are you hearing me? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, baby. All right. Everywhere we go. And you're going to have it. You're going to do it. You're going to be it. And you're not going to be dreaming about it. You're not going to be crying. You're not going to be talking about your dreams. You're going to be walking in them. All right, this is your season. You're going to walk in it. This is your season. I need you to walk in it. No more talking, no more dreaming. We're going to walk in it. So once again, it's your boy E.T. I'm hype. I'm ready. I'm ready for a season of TGIM. So let's get it. Remember, without struggle, there is no progress without struggle. There is no progress in order for the butterfly to fly. It's got to go through the cocoon process. Baby is nowhere around it.